kuchelewa kushusha Yes, Lord. If we are listening to Reggie. Yes, sir. No.
Did you go to the forget about it.
Forget about it, why?
We can be thinking for the past.
It's cold. After it's cold, it's going to burn the plant. Plant of the burn. There are the officer.
What's the name of National Forest? I say, there in this case, you know,
Yeah,
hey, what's up?
See?
Ah, yes. Last year, Martin Nasiaka. Ndeno zamushina umugusha.
Kulmina sasa.
They meditate about it.
Iyo fine.
Okay, we are finished. I want us to pay much attention. I want us to pay much attention. And please be very, very National Youth Force. National Youth Force. In a country, youth force. Or government youth force. What is the policy? Can somebody explain to us? What is the policy?
Engaging people. And now something should be there.
What is it?
A guiding principle on the way a certain thing should be done.
A guiding principle
On the way of doing things.
of the way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Things should be done.
When what of the way that you want to go.
You cannot go.
Okay, it's like a guideline that tells those with authorities how to accomplish a certain a guideline. That helps those with authority. On how to accomplish a certain task. Okay. I won't hear anything from you here. Love girls here. All of us are men. Any girl?
Guidelines which are taken from what you are saying, that you know those in your community on how things are supposed to be going.
Okay. The guidance principle on the way things should be done. The guideline that helps those with authority on how to accomplish that. Fine. The principle of action which is adopted or proposed by an organization or individual or even government. Principle is just as good as guideline. One principle. When you're using the air, when you're using the principle, is as if you are repeating. So it's a guideline of action or a principle of action which is adopted or proposed by an organization, or is a plan set aside by the government or institution on how it things or activities are supposed to be done. That's the principle. Now, national youth, which means here we're talking about the youth, which means the government has got a lot of plans for the youth, has got a lot of plans for the youth. Now this is a final copy which is presented by the government for each and every stakeholder or person to follow, which is supposed to be followed by each and everyone. First of all, let us read the introduction. Let us read the introduction. We know we are not interested in going back to the definition, of course, we just passed by. But first of all, let us have a look at the introduction of this. Here, what is it saying? Introduction, they are saying, the government knows or recognizes that the youth covers or constitutes, it covers the youth, constitute the majority, or is comprised of a bigger figure in the population of this country. So the government recognizes that the youth constitutes the majority of the population. It's the majority. Majority starts from where? Majority starts from where or when? It's 51 or 50 plus. That's the majority. 50 plus. That's the majority. Or 51. If you want to have a share, 51. This is the above. When I now, I was a winner. 49, 48, Babylon. That's somebody who has gone beyond half. That's the majority. So that is to say, the population of the youth here now is more than 50%. It's more than 50%. So they are a rich resource, which means youth. Youth are a rich resource. Even a calendar, we do not interpret the ndimene kutangira ndimene kuita people to listen to because that soil is the one which is going to produce a lot of things. Ndimene yoda liga usiana muna ndiri. So which means here in Malawi, for example, we are talking about Malawi, not worldwide. The government of Malawi is very observant. It is very observant, it's very careful enough to see to it that the youth are well taken care of, because they are future leaders or leaders of the future or tomorrow. So resource with varied skills. Youth are rich in skills, for varied skills, or different skills, experiences, and even abilities or abilities or capacities, which, if properly prepared, if the youth are going to be well prepared and strategically deployed, can contribute positively to their personal development as well as economic development. If they are well prepared and even strategically deployed, they can do wonders. And these wonders in a form of personal development as well as in economic development, which means the country is looking at youth, at the youth, that if this country is going to do better, it's probably through these youth. No wonder is taking good care of the youth. No wonder is highly protecting the youth, because they know for sure that we are going to gain, we are going to benefit from these youth. So their personal and economic development as well as the transformation of the country. If a country is supposed to be transformed, or if the country is going to transform, is through these youth. Now the National Youth Policy has been revised to consolidate the lessons learned in the implementation of this predecessor. It means before this government. There are some mistakes which were performed previously. Now it's high time they rectify those mistakes. No wonder they also decided to consolidate or to revisit this National Youth Policy has been revised. It means the previous one had some errors, some gaps. So to avoid those mistakes in the implementation of this policy, they have decided to come up with this one. And this one is a new policy direction. It's a new policy direction for the successful designing and implementation of youth development programs in line with, we're talking these days, we're talking about Malawi 2063. We're just aspiring, we're just smelling, we're just looking forward to it. We're just looking forward to having a lot of things by that year, to be accomplished by that time. So the revised policy will facilitate mainstreaming of youth programming in the various development planning instruments and policies, and where necessary, guide the review of the legal and the policy frameworks. These frameworks, the very frameworks that put support to ensure that they support the youth development agenda and enable the country to attain or to get economic benefits known as the demographic dividend. They are looking at the population. When you come across this, it's talking about the population dividend. The higher the population, not such a population is of what? Any repercussions that will be. I hope you know that. The repercussions that will be. Because a lot of people in an area, they exert pressure on the resources. You see, so it's dangerous sometimes to have, even in a family, if you have a bigger number of family members, they put much pressure on the little resources which the family has. So again, they're looking into that. It will further continue to provide direction in capacity development for the youth. So much stakeholder engagement, resource mobilization, and monitoring and evaluation of investment. So this will be realized through 10 priority areas under the policy name. So the policy is talking about youth, special youth empowerment. The youth are supposed to be empowered. The youth, if the country is supposed to develop, not only the country, but even the youth himself or herself is also supposed to be empowered. He's supposed to develop. So enterprise and even skill development. Youth inclusion in governance. Yes. The systems, a lot of systems. Let us talk about our system in Malawi. Previously, it was good at excluding the youth. But this time around, all we have realized that by putting the youth aside, far away from the development, which means you're not doing good either to yourself and even to the youth himself or herself. So no wonder they have brought this youth inclusion in governance systems and even to transformative leadership. So the leadership is supposed to change. No wonder you were not surprised to see a lot of youth these days are in leadership positions. Again, youth, they are supposed to be in science, technology, and innovation, environmental restoration and climate change, education and social skills development, health, and blah, blah, blah. So all these things, they are needed to be done by the youth. So that's the introduction. Now, if we go to the definition, I gave you earlier on, when I was just introducing about youth and development with the youth. We look at so many definitions of the youth. I believe this one has been taken from one of the definitions which I gave you. Let us listen to this. The revised National Youth Policy defines youth as all persons from the age of 10 through 35, regardless of their sex or education, culture, religion, economic, marital, and physical status. So the youth is being taken to be someone who is in that age range, 10 through 35. That's the youth. I can't remember which one is like this one from the previous ones which I gave you. In currently, yeah, 10 through 35. So from those definitions, this is talking about Africa Charter agreement. So it means the charter is agreement. All countries in Africa, they agree to say, if we are here in Africa, we are regarding someone from the age of 10 up to 35 years. If you go to South Africa, it's likewise. If you go to any country in Africa, because it's a charter, it's an agreement, then it's documented. So that's the definition. So here in Africa, we got somebody from the age of 10 through 35, that's the youth. Now, so they are saying, it however recognizes that youth are not a homogeneous group. It means homogeneous, it means they are not alike. They are diverse. Homogeneous, that's diverse group. Diverse group, what does that mean? Different. So they are not alike, they are different. And that in this wide band are some groups with unique needs. In the they need special attention. Fine. They need special attention. There is a certain group of the youth. Even though, yes, they are three, they are not the same, they are homogeneous. But they need they need special attention. They have unique needs, and therefore advocates for intervention. If they need special attention, they have unique needs. It means they require special intervention. They require special intervention that are tailored or that support men, that are tailor-made, that are support men, relevant and suitable. So while the policy defines the youth as someone from the age of 10 to 35, it recognizes that those under the age of 18 are considered children and are subject to numerous national and international norms and legal protections which this policy seeks to reinforce. From that age range, they have picked the age of 18. Universal, that's worldwide, not only here in Africa, but worldwide. And that one, someone more especially below the age of 18 is supposed to do what? To be protected. Right? It's supposed to be protected. So they're talking about that. They have their priority target groups. They have that in mind, the priority target groups. And that group is given priority attention. Which groups do you think could this be? Priority target groups. The adolescents, adolescents, girls and young women, the youth with disabilities and albinism, blah blah. All these are priority targeted groups. Priority targeted groups. Why do you think these are targeted groups? And the priority must be given to them. Why do you think so? So, in all programs initiated under the policy, deliberate efforts will be made to ensure that both male and female youth benefit equally in conformity with the Gender Equality Act. Now, for national policy, youth policy, how did it come, or how was it developed? What actually happened? Kila shida began to come up with this. This one was developed or was established because something nasty happened some time back. No wonder they decided to bring this one. Listen to this one. They are saying the first edition of the National Youth Policy was developed in 1996. Then later on was renewed, and the new policy was adopted in 2013. As this was not enough, the persistent desire to address the youth ever-changing needs, aspirations and goals in decision-making, economic engagement, and leadership at all levels, and in the response to emerging global issues in youth development necessitated the review of the national policy. So they sort of, maybe as they were going along, they saw a lot of challenges which were happening to the youth, especially to the group, which was to be targeted. A lot of things were happening to such kind of a group. So they came up with different ideas and new needs to fend for those people who belong to this group. Later on, the current policy, with the time frame of 2023 to 2028, is the third edition, which was developed to bridge the gaps in its predecessor policy and address the emerging issues concerning youth development in the country. So like the previous policies, the revised national youth policy draws inspiration from regional and international instruments to which Malawi is a signatory, or to which Malawi is a member. Now, they're saying the 2013 policy promoted youth engagement. What that policy did, it only promoted youth engagement and participation through various governance structures, like economic empowerment, as well as participation for youth people, expanded covering technical, entrepreneurial, vocational education and training. They also did mention about business support services and innovation, commendable investment, which were made in intervention in the area of HIV and sexual reproductive health and rights, which also included youth-friendly health services. So all these things were introduced in order to to visit youth challenges. The youth were encountered. So probably through research which were made by different institutions, probably they are matching. They were matching no wonder. They thought probably the things which we are supposed to address for the youth should be the ones which they have come up with. Now, I want us to look at the status. I want us to look at the current status of the youth in Malawi. The current status of the youth in Malawi. What do I mean when I'm saying the current status of the youth in Malawi? What do I mean? Can you mention just a few status of the youth in Malawi? They are poor. Current status of the youth in Malawi, poor. Unemployment rate, China. There is a high electricity. Engagement. Criminal. What? You think reality? Lack of proper guidance in sexual. Oh, that is. They will say. Now, why do you think? What would be the factor factors that lead to these situations? Culture. What's wrong with culture?
In terms of the stories of the youth, our culture is always point out that young people are supposed to be very poor in terms of ideas when for them to get married and start their sexual life. But then from that, it is what we need the young people to be having this sexual activity in secret, and by the end that getting pregnant while they are young because they don't have the full information on sexual reproductive health. They don't know the actual information on sexual reproductive health centers which are there to protect themselves due to the kind of issue where the boundaries are currently not being put in policy to ensure.
More than finish. So my phone about this the current situation, current status of the youth in Malawi. Now, what would be the factor that lead to this? I mean, this current status in Malawi. So one of them, according to our system, is saying culture. So I kept on talking, defending the point. Apart from culture,
For me, I think the major problem is coordination.
So,
And the
okay.
And the government too.
And government level. And that one could go in line with what? All of us. You can't place. You are saying it's poor leadership.
Yeah. Why am I saying so? If you can go to most of the policies that government will introduce, we are able to implement those policies. Most of the time, we are able to produce a good policy.
So that one is lack of political.
Yeah.
We should say not leadership, but lack of, we call it lack of political will. Lack of political will. Government has my policy, implementation.
To pass my point again, I can say most of the leaders that we do have here in Malawi, they are leaders of personal interest. They want to fulfill their interest rather than the interest of
the common man.
Yeah.
Fine. You will want to be the population.
Yeah, but before that,
Population.
like position growth.
Population growth.
Yeah.
Could be another factor. Population growth.
Okay. Well, but many people who are born within their family, get the resources to be able to help the youth to be able to help. For example, maybe instead of being in position of government, so that they also be actually so that they can change themselves economically, not be much, not be nice. And then many people again are employed. They are in the employment sector, so it is difficult for them to be able to secure jobs. Yeah.
Population growth. It's what you are saying. Population growth.
Has nothing to do with it. It has nothing.
Yeah, population growth, I can support him to say, wait. Probably if you could say population growth has exerted pressure on the resources. Therefore, poverty comes when there is no equal distribution of opportunities. Maybe you could have backed his point by using that one. Kukula kwa chukwe ni mchana kwa panisa niai iwa fikira na mchana ni percentage ya mchana. You can imagine why do you think mchito zikuvuta zikuvuta nchini zene kwa sababu ni population growth. You know, for a few job opportunities, Nchito, my opportunities than Nchito, but Nchito is that Nchito 1,000, Nchito 100. Komano actually Yamata aliko 2,000. But population is bigger than the job opportunity. They will be scrambling for a few job opportunities.
You also have the person in that particular formulation that it is from my. I think that's do you have a point?
Yes, it's my order.
So I think it's between the youth and the elders, because it's somehow management now Manchester, I think more of it. The other point is protecting the about. Because if they win us a word of thing, and I'm not going to remember after pension.
Lack of police. Your police government anyway. Kuma jana in that way. Chifuniro. Take for instance, I want to at the age of 6, mbona hukuma palipawili kamba one, death or incapacitation or murder. So many will stroke. So pangabandi kujifunga kupita iwe incapacitated. Iwe that state. Kwa maisha. Ndio hiyo that. If you are in this condition, you're supposed to hapo ni moyo kwa maana just as good as the courage. Huyu wapendwa mtafanya. Huyu ndio that. Palipena mboma ukamaliza chaka cha 20 of service, 20 years of service, you can retire. You can retire.
It's not your choice.
It's your choice. Up at that.
That's
below these years, ubila uko tafadhali ya hivi. Kwa 20 years of service, up and 20 million karibani kutoka nayo.
That's where we're
going. Now, if you go at the age of 6, he is when chimango kula yoha ukapto hiyo. Pamoja na jaga kutoka na 6, ukapto hiyo. Chango. Kwa maana the problem, the lack of political will, is your sense former akuziwa. Mwana, huyu hapa anataka because of appeasement. Kata anasikia kwa ndama na kwa hata ndama na shule kutoka kampeni. Mabelo wako vitakulitani. Hawawili abikulitani. So mimi natoka hawa they have created the gap in our mabelojisi. They have created the gap our ashina matali. Sio. But now the government is do what you know what it does. Our vitakulitani ama kanisa kutoka. President umene walita na president wamoita na umo Yesu pakataya.
And if you can do
immigration mkataka Marekani.
And if you can do this review, going through indeed about this policy and the other one, you can even see that in one way or another this policy is trying to fulfill their will.
It's not necessary. The president used it. They have done it deliberately.
If you can go deeper inside this policy, you can find out they are trying to
targeting as well.
Benefit. But when it comes to implementation,
we are the best in when it comes to social making, we are the best. Implementation implementation.
Let me be the president.
Even the president, you are going to tell the president. Even as some of us, you people, showing up as a Muslim people, but adina terminology zao kama siasa. Unataka move very corrupt with you. Tunataka kuona wao. Tunataka kuona ndio kwa hospitali tunaomba. Lakini asu ndio corruption kwa. Now let us hear from the National Youth Policy about the current status of youth. We need to review kufuna kuliko sinte policy hii kuweka kuganywana was necessitated by the realization that there are numerous that in spite of numerous achievements gained, in the current anazaona mpiti na zinakupenda hapo during the implementation of the previous policy. There are emerging issues and lessons learned during the implementation period. I that policy it was not doing enough. They still saw some gaps which still need to be addressed or to be filled. It was not doing enough. And because of that, they decided to renew this one. Because I want to talk about last time to that is really tough. I want to so no, we are not doing enough. Now, there are emerging issues and lessons learned during the implementation period. Some of the lessons learned include, among others, there is need to promote, to enhance, to promote institutional coordination. There is no coordination mechanisms within the youth sub-sector. Again, there is also need to develop a mechanism and provide guidance on the youth. There are lacking guidance across all national development processes. So building capacity, that's empowerment. Building capacity, that's empowerment of stakeholders. Strengthen networking and collaboration with all partners. Promote or enhance monitoring and evaluation systems. So provide a clear and elaborate support or framework for decentralizing youth programming and a renewed focus on vulnerable groups among these such as adolescents, girls, youth, women. Therefore, the emerging issues mentioned require improved and innovative efforts in enhancing or promoting programming toward developing and empowering youth to realize their potential. So, from there, what's their status? Minimum one. What is the status of the youth? They mentioned about high employment rate, illiteracy rate, criminal activities, blah blah. Now, from there, current status of the youth. What is the current status? They don't also, with stakeholders, those here, they're talking about building capacity of stakeholders. Those organizations or groups of people who are entrusted with this assignment of empowering the youth, they are failing to build the capacity of the youth. Sasa wapata kutengeneza. Mwishowe, ashini masaka wapata kutengeneza. Ndizo maji sana. Nagababa ishi. Lako what here? Stakeholders, we're supposed to do this. Lack of proper guidance in sexual conducting. But stakeholders are supposed to come in the open and then help us guys. So there is a lack in that. I hope it's clear. It's clear. I hope it's clear. So the kind of support which is supposed to be given to the youth, because you've known their status. You've known their status. Now the kind of support is supposed to be given to these people to be in line with their programs or youth programming. Let us hear this. Linkages with other relevant legislations. The policy framework of support is grounded in the life cycle model of youth programming, acknowledging the multifaceted nature of youth development. It is intricately connected to a range of public sector policies, strategies and programs aimed at youth empowerment. So concurrently, Malawi's commitment as a signatory to numerous international